Hi everyone, so I'm going to show you guys how to start a fire. Right here I already got my pile, I already got one going on over there. But to quickly do it, even if the wood is super wet, it doesn't matter. You want to add a bunch of plastic. Like I mean, a lot of plastic. What this is going to do, it's what it's going to do, it is going to melt. Oh shoot, my bad. It's going to melt. And I'm putting a little bit of lighter fluid, but it's not really necessary. You don't need it because once the plastic gets lit, it'll stay on. And then the great thing about it is that it will act like wax. So you see all that stuff, it's already like raining down. See, you can see it like falling down. I know some of it's water, but the plastic, see that plastic? See that plastic? It's landing on the wood itself. See all that plastic right there? All that stuff right there, it's good because that's going to keep your fire lit, and that's all you need right there. Honestly, you don't need to do anything else, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to continue to mess around with the fire. That thing is lit now. So all you have to do now is keep adding wood if you have wood, or just leave it how it is, and this thing will start up by itself. And like I said, it's already lit. You don't have to keep messing with it. You don't have to do anything to it. It's completely lit. So you could honestly turn off the video now, and that'll be your way of making sure that your fire stays lit and keeps on going. Because all this plastic stuff, you know, the lighter fluid is like $5. See all that plastic? Lighter fluid is like $4 or $5. This plastic is probably roughly the same amount, but it works more effectively, and you could get a fire started honestly within seconds. So see, it's still lit. I don't have to keep messing with it, and the plastic will just continue to burn and burn and burn. And I guess I could have added more like little pieces of wood at the bottom, but it's not, I mean, it's not really necessary. Like, but I mean, it'll probably be better to keep the fire going. But see, you'll get like strands of like kind of like spider web strands, but it's not. It's just the plastic that was melted. But yeah, it'll continue burning, and that's all you need right there to keep the fire from going out. And so if you have a plastic bag or whatever, just use that, because see, there's some areas where it's completely lit now, and that's all you need. See over there, it's still melting. It's, yeah, all that plastic is great. It will keep your fire going. And at the base, if I had more wood at the bottom, it would have lit more effectively, as you can see there. But you know, I kind of did this kind of quick to demonstrate what I'm doing here. So yeah, it would just be a matter of getting more wood and adding it there, placing it there. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing all day long, is picking up all this wood. There's a bunch more right there. over there, that one's like completely lit. That one I started in seconds, but I had already placed the wood there before, and like you can see, it's still lit down there. It's not off. See, there's still areas where it's completely lit still, and I guess if I want to, I could get this and place it down here where it's already lit. But yeah, man, it is how you want to do it if you want to start a fire fast. And then I guess if you're having trouble, just don't be afraid to use the lighter fluid, because you still have plastic that can melt. See that? See how fast it ignites? And that plastic will burn. Like, watch, I'll just add a little bit more of this. But I mean, once you have your fire lit, that's all that matters. And it's worth $5 to burn a bunch of garbage that you would typically spend $5, $12 on at the dump area, and you know, your gas and time, stuff like that. So it's worth it to buy that, and the plastic, to make your job easier and get the fire started much quickly and in a way like more effortlessly. Because like I said, this plastic that is right there is going to continue melting, and you can see it right there, it's melting. And I can get my hand in there somewhat. See that? That is dangerous. If that lands on your hand, it will leave a big sore, and you will regret it. You will regret touching that. Guaranteed. Like, I could grab a twig from a pine tree and grab some of this, and it's like burning glass. Like, it doesn't matter how windy it is, it dripped. But it dripped off the, like, I could grab a bigger twig here, and you can see the plastic. Anyways, this thing is lit. If I keep adding firewood, it will see, that's like sulfur. It turns into like sulfur, liquid sulfur, and that's the trick of igniting the fire really fast. And it's already on. And yeah, you have to be careful with the smell. Don't stay downwind, stay upwind, to avoid breathing all this toxic air. And I guess for like a survival scenario, this would be great too, because it's either, you know, burn a little bit of plastic or freeze. You know what I mean? And I'm sure if your life depended on it, you will forgive yourself, and other people will forgive you for protecting yourself and saving your own butt from dying, right? I mean, at that moment, it will be a survival scenario and not a green scenario. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyways, that thing's lit. See that? And that was me with the phone. You know, that's not me, you know, like using two hands and, you know, like me feeding this thing more and more. But of course, the more you feed it, the more it's going to stay lit and catch the whole thing on fire. But honestly, I think if I left it alone right now, it will ignite and it'll light the whole thing up. And just for the fun of it, I'll put this phone down and let you guys watch it. Adding more twigs to the fire. So there you have it. That's the fire, like really lit now. There's nothing turning this off. You could hear it. So yeah, that's just felt like sharing that. It helped me out. This is the lighter fluid that I used, Kingsford odorless charcoal lighter. Sorry, I'm out of breath. But yeah, there you have it, man. And then, you know, you just keep doing that. If the wood is really wet, this plastic approach is good. If the wood is dry, then obviously you're not going to be needing the plastic, you know. And but yeah, man, like, you don't want to be, you know, fighting and having a difficult time and giving yourself a difficult time to start a fire, you know, just use a little bit of, you know, plastic bags, anything plastic, anything that will melt and give that like sulfuric, sulfur acid, and basically it's plastic, melted plastic, like melted lava that will, like a candle wax, that will keep the fire going. But yeah, that's all really in a nutshell right here in this little short video. Have luck, I mean, yeah, have good luck, I mean, and be safe. Do not touch the plastic at all. It will burn you. I've gotten burned before when I was super young, starting a fire in the backyard, and I think I tried to touch it, or some of it. I think I was burning a straw, and a droplet landed on my finger, gave me a blister, and it hurt a lot. So once you have your little fire and you know exactly what to burn, you know, use that. It's great, honestly, if you're at the beach and you have a bonfire and you have limited charcoal supply. You know, I'm sure all your friends there have empty plastic bottles from the water bottles that they're drinking. Just throw some in there, like randomly, on the top, preferably, so that, you know, it can melt down, and then your fire will like start up like if it was natural gas underneath it. So